All right, everybody. Thank you for your patience. I think we are just about ready to start the finals for the third annual Ancient Cave Fatal Blowout tournament. Once again, I'm Shadow Killer. I'm going to be your host for today. And before we begin, I have just a couple of quick things to say. First off, I want to introduce the runners. We've got Kriegspire. Kriegspire, just so everybody knows, has been doing a whole lot of work behind the scenes with me, helping getting this thing up and running and going. Big shout outs to Kriegspire. He's been leading the tallying of the scores. He came up with basically all of the point system, and he's just a huge help. He doesn't really like to be in the front limelight, but he does a lot of work behind the scenes, and this wouldn't have happened without Kriegspire. Second up, we have Real Critical, a great runner. He had a great first run, and he's gonna do a great job again, I'm sure. Representing the USA, we have the Ellison, also a great runner. We're gonna have a really good time today. Hoppy the Fool. Hoppy is a big bingo runner. He loves this game, loves to have a lot of fun, and he's a great any percent runner as well. And last but certainly not least, we have Volt, who managed to fight his way through that wonderful wildcard race and earn his spot in the finals. Those are your 5 racers for the Fatal Blowout finals. And just so everybody knows, we have a little special incentive for these runners. So over the past few weeks, Kriegspire came up with some challenges for our Ancient Cave community. He set up different things from low-level runs or feeding capsule monsters to inform within a run, always having to kill the jelly. So we had 8 different challenges over 2 weeks, and our community was able to complete all of those challenges, and for each of those challenges, Kriegspire said he's going to donate, for each set, he's going to donate $25 to the winner. All right, so that being said, myself, Bregan Darth, who is a great supporter of our community, she likes to join the bingos as well, and W Reflect all said we'd match that. So whoever wins this race is going to get a nice little $200 prize. So little extra incentive to play a little harder for these runners. But without further ado, I think we are just about ready. So I am going to turn it over to your commentators for this finals race. We have Squealer and Dank Meats. Now, just a little bit about these two before we go. Dude, fix you. I will. Just give me a second. I'm a little busy. Sorry. Anyway, Squealer has been running the Ancient Cave for about as long as we can remember. Elliot says you're offline. There we go. I actually was looking it up during the last run. So the Ancient Cave community has been pretty strong since about 2012 on Twitch. Squealer has been doing challenge runs and other assorted things with the Ancient Cave for about 10 years, at least. He can tell you a little bit more about that. But he is probably the most experienced person with the Ancient Cave that I know. He knows more than you could ever want to know. And then Dank Meats, fairly new to the community, but also just a really strong runner. He just, I don't know if he finally finished his Kureji run, but great runner, knows a ton about the game, has done some manipulation work, has done all sorts of stuff. So you've got a lot of knowledge here right in front of you for the finals, and we're excited to get started. So I'm going to shut up. I've talked way too much. Pass it over to Dank Meats and Squealer. You guys get ready to take it away. I'm going to count down our runners here. Who are we missing? We're missing Ellie. Ellie's not in the voice chat, so I hope he can hear me. Oh, sorry guys, 1 second. There we go. All right, there's Ellison. All right, we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, guys, take it away.
All right, thanks. Dank, I have some great news for you.
Yeah.
You know, if in the next 2 hours our 5 runners have an unfortunate occurrence, who would still be our defending champion?
I mean, someone's going to win here, even if they don't beat the jelly. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give up my belt. But, yep, feels bad, man. Ninjas. But anyway, welcome to the finals. We got all our runners starting off here, except RC. Don't really know what he's doing. But most of the runners are going to be opening up a lot of stuff early, and they're going to be trying to fight probably a bunch of eagles to get early experience. So it's going to be kind of a slow start while they get prepared to deal with the harder floors that come up in a little bit. If you weren't here for the last run or any of the other runs, it's a point-based system, so we're going to be looking out for like iris items, gold eye, silver eye, a lot of stuff like that in order to get points, see who can edge out a victory, because just the jelly is not enough in this event.
Looks like RC decided to join us.
Hoppy's fighting some moths here. These aren't really worth that much experience, so unless they're in a doorway, I don't know. I guess they're easy, but.
So front and center is Krieg. I think the very first chest he opened maybe was Zap, so he's already off to a good start there, and it looks like by his choice of team and capsule, he's going to be going for one of the biggest bonuses we've got, or 2 of them, potentially a 2-rounder, or if he finds the right stuff, defeating the jelly without the Decker blade.
Yeah, he's going with pretty much the highest damage party you can get. Bringing Guy, so he can use like a Myth Blade or Old Sword if he finds one of those later on. And Darby, I mean, Darby's just the best damage dealer. You pretty much.
Yeah, now that was my strategy coming in, but I gotta say, from all the rounds I've seen, I've not really seen anyone get in a correct position to get all those bonus points. So I think the teams so far, to this point, that have been bringing in their bonus points with reject-type characters, they've been in a better position to outscore and then advance.
Yeah, two turners aren't easy to go for, and neither is a Deckerless kill. But bringing like Tia or Seelan or Lexus or something is a lot simpler to get extra points and get to the jelly, as long as you farm up the safety experience. These runners have 2 hours, so some things that are normally deadly in a any percent run, like ninjas and like archfiends and stuff, you can get into a place where you don't have to worry about them as much. Mimics are still going to be pretty terrible in the 30s, but other than that, should be pretty easy to stay safe. I see Ellison's Tia's already dead. That's unfortunate.
And that's right, we got someone in chat. Short fuse, yes. There are bonus points for certain items, including Iris. Iris are worth 5 points apiece. And you can, if somebody can trip the link there to the scoring system, we'll be talking about some of the bonus points as we move along.
Yeah, another important one, which is a little bit more rare than finding like an Iris or 2, but gold eye, silver eye, and black eye, which are blue chest items, and the gold and silver eye can drop off dragons at the end, but it's a pretty low drop rate. Those also give 10 points, so that's going to be really nice. They're all good items too, so finding one of those is just great. I wonder if we're going to get any Gades blades in this run. We didn't get any last in the wild card, right? I don't think we did.
No, I mean, usually that's been part of the fun, is the ridiculousness of the Gades blades, and we've not seen any, or just one.
Yeah, when it comes to getting a 2-turner, which is, you know, a lot of points, Gades blade is one of the best items you can have for that. Like Decker Gades is if you get that item combo, any runner would be happy. Well, I guess actually a lot of them aren't, because a lot of them don't have Guy, huh?
Yeah.
So that's
but we do have RC. Yeah, RC and Hoppy also have the optimal team outside of the Capsule Monster.
Oh, okay. So most of them have Guy then. Just Volt and Ellison, I guess. Gotta be honest. I'm kind of disappointed with Ellison because he got that sick Fumi kill in his preliminary round, and Fumi, everybody knows he's the goodest boy. And then, yeah, I don't know. He's not bringing him again. I'm pretty sure. So, man.
Yep, you got to play to win, not play to not lose. So there we see yet another elemental ring. We saw a couple of elemental rings in the wild cards leading up to this. They do amplify spells that are of the same element, but I don't think we actually saw that come into play in the jelly fights.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate. I think someone had a thunder ring or something, but
Yep.
didn't have a thunder. But yeah, those elemental rings are amazing. So like, basically, it's not quite double damage, but say you have thunder in the thunder ring, your thunder will pretty much do double damage, which in itself counts as like so much damage on the jelly that finding a ring and then the spell is huge.
We love those finishers like that.
And another thing was about was it Eli you said found Zap? Zap is basically like Zap is such a strong spell, only Artie can use it, but when you do find it, that's pretty much all he needs. In most setups because it's just so powerful.
Yeah, so far Krieg and Hoppy have Zap, I believe.
Yeah, that's a great start. It's great for killing undead and doing damage to the jelly, so that's they're definitely happy to find that. I think Hoppy just got a horse rock out of a chest, it looked like.
Yeah, in chat saying somebody got dropped an eagle rock.
Eagle for RC, yeah. That man is so unlucky, Kappa. Got people fighting horses. Horses are the worst enemy in the entire cave. Usually you want to just reset as soon as you see one, especially if they're in a doorway. So, I see.
Well, fortunately, we have 2-hour time limit.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, Volt ran headfirst into some mimics. Usually that's dangerous this early in the cave, but he's got a tier 3 and just wipes them off the page.
Yeah, they're pretty good experience actually too. If you can get like a back attack on them by winning a 50-50 or something, you can get a lot of experience early. So if you have the spells to kill them before they hit you, it's great. But if you don't, they're pretty scary.
Very true, Shell. Horses are like blue mimics, just with hooves.
Exactly. Got a treasure room for Hoppy.
And one of our recent viewer regulars, Eve, has made an appearance in chat. If you guys want to join the community, we're in Discord.
Yeah, someone, I don't have the link right now, but someone should link the Discord. We're a pretty active community. There's always like new stuff being found, runs going on all the time, stuff like that. So definitely join the Discord if you like this game or you're interested in it doesn't even have to be about the ancient cave. We're probably the most active Lufia community in general. So, you know, even if you don't really run the cave or care about the cave, but you care about the main game, it's still probably the place to be. So yeah, definitely give the Discord a look.
And if you don't already follow Lufia 2 on Twitch, you should. There's people streaming it pretty much every single day. Give you a little something to watch when you're at work. Or maybe that's just me.
Yeah. Also, before we get any farther, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Shadow Killer and Krieg for like doing all the stuff behind the scenes. Shadow like is basically doing all the technical stuff himself, and that's a lot of work. So, want to thank him for doing the restream and all that stuff. And also a huge shout out to RPG Limit Break for letting us use the channel. This is a big thing, so we're very grateful.
And it's kind of sad. It's so much work for Shadow, he wasn't able to even participate this year. He's one of our favorite runners.
Maybe next year we can do it for him, and he can race.
He wouldn't trust us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Nor should he.
So I don't know who's on 11 yet, but on floor 11 is where the red cores start spawning. They're basically the experience gold mines of the cave. They are easy to kill, and they give way too much experience. The only problem is they run away before you can kill them, so you gotta hope some can stay. So we're getting some people pretty close to red core floors, and they're going to be searching all of floors 11 through 13 for the cores to hopefully get some experience boosts.
I don't know, Shadow. I think I would actually be pretty good at doing like a restream or something. I just got a new modem, and I've got the newest version of AOL there is.
Yeah, I use Netscape, honestly. It's still probably the strongest for me.
All right, so if you missed it last round, the guy coming in with all the momentum is Volt. He got the Jelly kill, he finished first, and he even got the 5-point bonus for killing Jelly before the 2-hour mark. That's right, AOL 87.0.
You can see on the Ellison screen, he's got a core up there. He's going to be going straight for it. Hopefully we get some to stay. Krieg's hunting cores too. I hope everyone gets cores, because one of the most frustrating things is when you get a bunch of good items and then you don't get any cores, because then you have to grind so many extra monsters to get your levels up, and it's kind of hard to catch up to someone who has tons of cores.
Yeah, it's a really weird feeling. They're not even close to the most valuable cores, but the red cores, it feels like when you don't get them, you just feel like you're constantly behind.
Yeah, the HP that in the beginning of the game is super important to have, because as soon as you hit like the 20s, or even up to like blue mimics, if you have people at like level 5 or like anything under 10, it's pretty much a bad time.
Ooh, Krieg is going to get the 4-core bonus. A bonus we haven't even seen so far this tournament. Oh, he doesn't have a spell.
He doesn't have spells.
He doesn't have a spell.
No.
Oh, never mind.
No, dude. Oh. That feels bad, man.
Feels bad, man. I wonder if he did have a spell. Well, he had Zap.
Yeah.
He might not have had the magic to pull it off.
Yeah, that's probably, honestly, statistically, like that's probably the only time we're gonna see 4 cores stay in this race. Hopefully we see it, but that's super rare.
It's good to see Reflect laughing about it, because usually that drives him nuts.
Yeah. Everybody's still farming cores. That's good. Oh, wait a minute. I take back what I said earlier. Eli does have Fumi. He has the goodest boy, and he is farming secret fruits off these wood gorms to try and get them. So if we see M form Fumi, I'm gonna be a really, really happy boy. So let's hope for that secret fruit. Secret fruit doesn't drop after floor 18 or something like that. So if you don't get it early, you're not getting it at all. And it's required to evolve him to the Nine Tails ripoff.
And for those of you who aren't sure why we're so excited about Krieg missing that bonus, it's because if he loses this by the amount of that bonus, then we never will let him forget it. So we have that to look forward to potentially.
Yeah, that'll be a good time. We win either way. So one of the things they're going to have to worry about coming up is after they get past cores, basically floor 15 is where Decker Blade spawns. Apron Shield for Hoppy, by the way. That's a pretty nice blue item. Fine. Floor 15 is where Decker Blade spawns, and Decker Blade's the most important item for the jelly in the entire game, pretty much. So they're going to start opening, hopefully, as many chests as they can without losing a bunch of time, starting from floor 15. They're pretty much opening everything on the way anyway, just to be safe, but that's what they're looking out for most of all for the next while.
Yeah, looks like we got some activity in chat. We got a guy named Trogdor asking about if there is a community running the cave non-competitively, and absolutely, like, every single day, there's a Gatie's Blade for Ellie!
Oh boy. We got the Gaties.
We got the Strucks.
But yeah, there's people that run the game casually. There's bingos if you like playing bingos. It's super laid back.
Yep.
I know Hoppy actually runs bingos like every Monday and tries to get people to do it all the time. So yeah, there is definitely non-hardcore AC going on all the time too. So like
as a
I
matter
said
of fact,
before, you
just
don't
last
have to be a
night-
speedrunner.
Yeah, just last night we're hanging out in Discord voice, just doing informal runs, hanging out in chat.
Yeah, so definitely check out the Discord. I will say that. Gaties for USA. Yep.
Hey, Sir Donkalot. Yes, if somebody could please post a link again to the scoring system. As we go along, we'll tell you a little bit more about this run, but this is the finals of the Fatal Blowout tournament. It's the Ancient Cave side quest in the game Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals. And everybody's got 2 hours to make it to the bottom of the cave and defeat the boss, the Master Jelly.
Yeah, and it's a roguelike too. So you start at level 1, and you pick up randomly generated items throughout the cave. So basically, none of these players are on the same seed,
Right.
Because just the nature of the cave. This is basically the OG randomizer for SNES before all of these randos came out for a lot of other games. But they're looking for items. They're trying to kill the jelly. They need really powerful items in most cases because the jelly runs away after 3 turns. So, for example, like the Ellison just found Gatie's Blade. That is probably the Oh, well, to be honest, he doesn't have Guy. So, Gatie's Blade will only be useful if he's going for the Deckerless kill in this scenario.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I just realized that too.
Still, that's the thing to have if you're going to go with the Deckerless kill. That suddenly means that Trick is a really big deal to him.
Yeah, Trick will be important, and Mythblade. Mythblade will be really important.
I swear I saw somebody get a mini shield, but I don't think it was Ellie. Hi there, Nymek. I'm sorry we just kind of went over what the race was, but please check out that link for more information on what we're doing here.
Suicide does count for 10 points. So if you know that you can't kill the jelly, doing the suicide glitch on the jelly will give you 10 bonus points, whereas killing the jelly gives you 100. So if you can't kill the jelly and you just want those extra 10 points, you can suicide your party on the jelly for those. And if someone else doesn't kill the jelly at all, it might be the difference between you winning and losing.
Dirker Blurred for Krug.
That's huge. Yeah, Decker Blade is the best item. So for the jelly, it doesn't actually do much until the jelly, and getting to the jelly is the hard part. But
hey there, Rio. Rio's in chat, one of our longtime viewers. Welcome.
All right, we got Volt going to floor 21. Hoppy's still on cores. He's got a lot in that treasure room. Hopefully he can get some more experience.
Yep,
Floor
worth time investment.
Is the first tile set change. He's in the dungeon tile set now.
One of the amazing things about the last round is it seems like all 5 of our runners got a bunch of deadlies and curse lifters. I'm not sure if I've seen any yet. Chat, can you help me out on that?
I haven't seen any deadlies either. I don't think we have any yet.
I'm just so excited, Shadow.
I think Squealer just yells as his normal way of talking, to be honest.
Yeah, it's my hearing aid issue.
But yeah, deadlies are another thing. Everybody here is basically going to be looking for a deadly rod specifically, but if not, a fatal pick is the next best thing. Deadlies are basically 80% chance to instant kill the target you're hitting with it, and you put that on Artie, and he's super fast, and it guarantees you. Oh, there's a fatal pick for Hoppy as as we say. But yeah, so you want a deadly. Deadlies are super important for getting through the cave more safely.
So some of the things we're
RC.
kind of looking out for are deadlies, heals, and decker blades. We know that Krieg has a decker blade, Hoppy has a fatal pick, and Volt has strong. Go ahead.
RC has a fatal pick too, according to Chaos Kitty. So that's that's a good start for a couple of these guys. They definitely want deadlies. Another thing they want with the deadly too is the curse lifter, because the deadlies are cursed. Once you put them on, you just have a garbage weapon for the jelly, unless you can lift the curse and put something else on. So Iris item for RC.
Excellent. Chat's telling us that Volt also has a decker blade.
Bobby got a twist jewel. Twist jewel is great.
Sweet. Agility up.
Yeah, it's the best agility jewel in the game, and you want agility to like go before monsters in fights. So finding that early and not having to farm for it is huge. And since he has the fatal pick, but he's probably going to be able to get Artie faster than Archfiends later on, which we'll talk about. They're pretty important to be faster than.
As the old man of the cave always says, agility is king.
It sure is. Eli's still farming for a secret fruit. This could be bad if he doesn't get one.
And that's one of the big risks of using Fumi. He may be a good boy, but he can be hard to feed.
Yeah.
So what he's attempting to do here is kill the correct enemy first, who drops a secret fruit, which can then be fed to his capsule monster once his capsule monster reaches his 4th form. And then he gets his master form, which we may or may not get to see.
It's the low drop rate too, which is the thing that kind of sucks about Fumi. A lot of the other fruits have decent drop rates, but the drop rate for secret fruit is 10%. So, and they're not on that many floors.
So Volt just got an awesome blue chest weapon, but what he's finding out is nobody can equip it. Blaze Sword. Still, it makes a great capsule monster food.
Yeah, Blaze Sword is a Sealan only weapon, and it's really good. It's holy damage, but it's basically the only time that she's ever useful is if you have that. And even then, she's pretty slow and weak, so would not recommend.
So
yeah.
Chat brought this up earlier. I don't know that if it was ever answered for certain. I know that you have an opinion, Dank. Who is best wife?
Tia for sure.
Is it Tia? Is it Selen? Is it maybe one of our other characters?
I mean, Selen's cool and all, but
What do you think, Chat?
Tia's best girl, in my opinion. Decker is pretty up there. He looks really good. As you can see up in the top left, we have Decker wearing the magic bikini. You know, and he seems really happy about that. Or maybe he's dead inside and forcing a smile. It's hard to tell. Could be either, really.
Looks like he's sitting next to Jabba. We actually have a vote for Birdie. I'm not sure about that. I think that's I think he's spoken for, honestly.
But yeah, I'm not surprised, honestly, that no one's bringing Salon to this race, because she's just not that good. Really, Tia has way more speed than Sealan, and she's just better. You don't want someone that's really slow and doesn't have a lot of HP, so having someone that's at least fast and doesn't have a lot of HP is a lot more useful. That's why a lot of people here are bringing Tia instead. So we got Providence on Krieg right there. Well, oh no, RC has the stairs right there. Never mind. RC's on Blue Mimics, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Our
a
runners are
scary
rocking and
time.
rolling. I'm not sure anybody's really lagging right now.
Eli is, but that's because he was searching super hard for those secret fruits, which
Yeah.
I don't blame him. But Providence is a good item. So what Providence does is it allows you to go out of the cave, and you keep all your blue items. Which, if you get in a situation where you think you're gonna die and you can't progress, you just use Providence, because if you die, you lose the blue items. And since it's a 2-hour time limit, you have a little bit of leeway to Providence out, once, maybe even twice, if you're, really fast on the last leg. But hopefully we won't have to see anybody use Providence, because that does definitely set you behind.
All right, now we had a little bit of a debate last night about lions. In speedrunning, do you like farming lions for surprise attack experience or lion fang drops, or do you think they're just too darn dangerous?
I personally don't like fighting lions, because lions just they're fast, so they're almost always going to go before you. They do a lot of damage, and getting the guaranteed sneak attack is great until when you step behind them, they surprise attack you. So
Well, you
I
gotta be
don't
coming at them
usually
head
go
on.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I have a special relationship with the lions, and we have kind of an understanding. What do you guys think in chat? You like to... Uh-oh, we're about to see the danger side of lions.
yeah, that right there is why I don't like fighting lions. They do drop Lion Fang, which is a great item. It's a 2x IP, which is, if you got nothing else, it is useful on the jelly, and it also gives a lot of agility. So it's nice to have if you can get it. But like I said, it's usually best to avoid them if you can.
And fortunately, RC did have the items he needed to revive the 2 characters that fell in that fight against the lions, and here he is facing them again, but he did not heal. He is in a situation. All right.
He could get attacked again here too.
Yeah.
If it's
So-
if the lion moves.
Okay, he's got all kinds of items here, so we'll see how safe he plays it.
Okay. Yeah. Well. There you see Volt. He's farming for the flame fruit right now.
Yep, and
The
Hoppy
flame
and
fruit's
Ellie
pretty easy.
Hoppy and Ellie just hit 25 at the exact same time. Ooh. Now, one thing interesting about the flame fruit for Zeppy, that's, I think, the only fruit that you can truly farm in the classic sense, that pugs can call other pug companions. So you can kind of wait it out and farm them until you've killed like 20 and see if you can get the drop.
Yeah, the drop rate's pretty decent too. And they're not hard to, like, you can get a 50-50 on them guaranteed every time. So it's pretty nice if you have the way to kill them. And like, he has Dragon, which, is gonna one-shot all of them with a multicast. So it's a pretty safe farm. And Artie goes faster than them too, so definitely if you're gonna bring Zeppy and go for M form, that's one of the better M forms to go for.
Yeah, as chat's pointing out, RC still is having some big time issues with his experience level. And so that's making just about every fight he enters into really, really dangerous.
Yeah, these Medusas too, they're not pretty easy. If they get a couple bolts off when you're under level, they will
Wow.
kill
And they
some
did
people.
back-to-back absorbs. There's
a Volt.
Valor for Volt.
Valor is the best spell in the game, in my opinion, because not only does it revive people, but it also is going to full heal your party on a multicast, and it also does the most damage to undead. It's just so useful. It's expensive, but it's so useful. So finding that's really, really nice. And Rally for Eli. Rowley's the cheap Valor that doesn't do much damage when you cast it on undead, but it's cheaper to revive people, so that is definitely nice too.
So once again, RC is having to use items to revive one of his characters, but it doesn't look like that's currently an issue. Of course, when you're this...
A lot of miracles.
Yeah, of course, when you're this underleveled, they can go pretty fast.
Yeah, he's definitely... he's got a lot of magic replenishes too, so he's definitely hoping for a revive spell very, very soon, before those miracles and stuff are gone.
Looks like RC's got a little cheering section. Do we have anybody lurking that's in a cheering section for one of our runners right now?
Ooh, Hoppy's room. Party room with samurais. Ooh, and he's between a rock and a hard place right now. Volt got a blue core though, that's nice. Same as red cores, but even more experience. So
yeah, we got some tough situations here. We got RC in a tough battle here. Hoppy is kind of stuck again in that treasure room. Krieg's got himself trapped in a dead end where he's got to fight his way out.
yeah, Hoppy. Let's get some bless RNG for Hoppy. He's gonna have some time getting out of this room. Hopefully he can get out without dying. The Eli-san is fighting Ammonites.
Ammonites. Them dudes. They're not an enemies. They are enemies, but they're not an enemies.
Yeah,
Volt with another blue?
Those guys kill you pretty fast, as you can see, so hopefully he doesn't have to go through that room.
And while everyone else is struggling, Volt is taking another walk through the park.
Was that blue mimic on the stairs for Eli? I'm pretty sure it was, but maybe I'm just dumb. I hope not.
RC, no! The good news for RC is there is plenty of time for him to catch up, and he'll almost undoubtedly be in a better position because he was so underleveled before.
Did he Providence or did he die?
I believe he ripped against those Medusas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Sound familiar?
No, I've never died to him.
Not in the last week or so.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, I have a feeling that Eli's stairs are under that blue mimic, and that's not gonna be good. Yeah, I think he knows they are too. Oh, right, that's bad.
Yeah, let's check kind of if he's going through his inventory. Is there a reason for him to Providence? And what I'm getting at is you can bring in... That's right. That's right. Is that worth it without Guy, though? So the decision they have to make is if they use a Providence to exit, they can, of course, come back in the cave and they still have all their time to get to the end and beat the jelly. The other question is, do they have any blue chests they can bring back in with them, which is allowed in this contest?
So blue mimics, we haven't really talked about them other than maybe mentioning that they're dangerous. They are probably the most overtuned enemies for where they appear in the cave. As you can see, they're really fast and they just destroyed 2 of his people. He's just gonna have to run and hope he doesn't die here. Yeah, they have a lot of HP, they do a lot of damage, they're really fast, and they don't move, so when they're on the stairs like they are right now, and you have to kill them, it is not fun. Luckily he has Rally, that's really nice.
So that was something else that was brought up last night, is we don't think any time in the history of this contest has someone brought in a team that does not have Decker, and it's for that reason you just saw, that Decker is the tank, so that you can escape at almost any time and have at least him standing so that you can try to recover and keep your run going.
Nice, he got him.
Got him.
That's huge.
Also, shout out to Shadow and Krieg for the scoring system. They keep changing it up each year to keep it interesting. And maybe that's an idea for a future run as a big bonus for somebody who brings in a team that does not include Decker. I know they're always looking for suggestions. If you guys think of suggestions for future scoring system, feel free to speak up in chat and let them know about it.
I mean, it could be an incentive, but it's gonna be hard to imagine anybody would want to not bring Decker after like his tankiness.
Our community has plenty of show-offs.
It's true.
They want to be the one to say they did it. Heck, even I do.
Another blue core for Hoppy. That's some good experience. And Krieg. No, not Krieg. It ran, but yeah. So we're looking pretty good on most people. If Eli is past 31, he's past Blue Mimics. Blue Mimics spawn from 29 to 31, so if he gets past those, he's going to be pretty happy. Iris Sword for Hoppy, that's 5 points. So when's the ACAC tournament? When do you think everyone's going to finally do that?
Well, that's actually a really good point. For anybody watching right now, there are a lot of speedrun categories for the Ancient Cave. Anytime you can check out what the current records are at speedrun.com, you just have to go to Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals, click on Ancient Cave, and there's a bunch of little categories and subcategories where you can see all the different ways there are that are officially recognized as running the cave. And what Dank was just referring to is one of our most recent ways of running the cave, ACAC, which is essentially running the cave twice in a row using up all the characters.
It's a pretty interesting run, so I definitely recommend people check out ACAC runs. I know Squealer runs it all the time, so definitely check them out if you're interested in that. Ooh, Volt's fighting whatever those guys are called.
Armored dates. I do not know what a date is, but they are rough. And you can see they just whacked his two of his best characters.
Luckily he has Valor, so it's not in too much trouble. Krieg up in the top is farming Garbosts. A lot of people are probably going to do that because they're pretty easy to kill. They give decent experience, and they have a chance to drop the Cancer Rock, which is a nice item to have for the jelly. It lets you attack twice in one round, and you can use it 2 rounds. So definitely going to see people farming the Cancer Rock. Ice Valk for Hoppy, that's good.
That's right, chat. In general, speedrunners don't tend to know what dates are.
Yeah. What are they?
I think that's when you stream for like 8 hours straight.
Oh, I go on dates all the time then.
Yep, me too. Champion for RC. Already things are looking up for RC. His first death is in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, if he gets some cores too and actually gets some levels here, he has a decent chance. His PB is like 111, so 130 he can definitely make it there in the time that he has left. So his death shouldn't cost him too much. He's gonna have to go a little bit faster, which kind of sucks because you can't check like every chest anymore. But with a little bit of decent RNG, he shouldn't have too many problems.
So he just killed 2 red cores, and he might already be at a higher experience level than he was when he died in the 20s of the last run. Ooh, there's a cool party room for Ellie.
We got Assassins for Volt, and his deadly misses. That's not good. Assassins aren't too scary, but they're really fast, and they take up a lot of time because since they go before you all the time, and they're not weak to much, or they're resistant to physical, I should say.
Yeah. Speaking of dates, time and resources.
Yep. There is another monster coming up though that shares the same sprite as the assassin, but it's a different color, and those are ninjas. And when we see those are where you're gonna want to drop your bless RNGs because those guys will kill runs.
So Krieg got his Cancer Rock drop.
He's got all these Decker Blade Cancer. He got what? Decker Blade Cancer Zap. That's a pretty good setup already.
Yep. And Ellie got some blue cores, I believe. Yeah, he's at level 18. Hoppy's at level 20.
Ooh, there's a lot of cores in that treasure room too. So if he can get a couple of them without wasting too much time, he can get some nice levels for this.
Yeah, this is a great place to get a treasure room because there's not really too dangerous of enemies. There's cores, and it's worth the time investment when we have this 2-hour time limit.
More assassins for Volt. That's unfortunate. Does he have Zap? Ooh, the Terminal Blow on Decker.
Out.
Yeah, assassins, they're not dangerous, but they do have Terminal Blow, which is basically like their version of a Deadly Rod. They have like an 80% chance to instant kill whoever they hit with it or something. They don't use it too often, but it does suck. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and you can see Krieg is trying to farm another Cancer Rock, but at the same time, it looked like going through his spells, he does not have a heal.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. Hopefully he probably has a lot of potions or something. Firebird for Eli, that's good, especially in that room with all those plants and stuff. Yep.
Oh, and that's why he was fighting him.
immediately.
That's why Krieg was fighting him. He had to advance.
Ah, makes sense, yeah. Yeah, you don't really... There's very, very few situations where you're ever going to need 2 Cancer Rocks for the jelly. There's a lot of finishers you're going to have a chance to find for most people. And since Cancer Rocks take up 2 turns to use their full IP, that means you have to have those 2 people in the front row basically for 2 turns, and that can kind of mess up some turn order stuff. If you can avoid it, then you probably should.
Looks like Krieg's going to be able to buy some time even though he doesn't have healing. Looked like he had plenty of items. Ellie just got another blue core, and he got a C-ring out of the blue chest.
C-ring,
got a little agility boost.
Yeah, C-ring doesn't do anything in terms of the element that it makes your weapon. It gives you like ocean element or something, or sea element, but no one's weak to it, so it's kind of useless. But it does give agility, and rings stop spawning past floor 9 or past floor 10. So finding them in a blue chest is the only way you're gonna find them. So free agility, basically.
Yeah, Artemis, Krieg did not get a cancer out of that fight, but he does at least have 1 Cancer Rock that we know of. Hoppy's got an interesting...
Hoppy...
oh, yeah, a little boo-boo there.
Yeah. He's fine though. He didn't get the surprise attack on him, but he did open himself up to a 50-50. One of the most important things in this game is movement. Every monster has a movement pattern that you can for the most part manipulate. Some of them move a little bit randomly, but there's a lot of them that you can learn the patterns to and advance around. It's a lot like playing chess in some of these rooms. There's like an optimal way to get through, and they're kind of like puzzles to figure out how to get through. Hoppy's room.
Yeah.
That's bad.
And Volt's last 2 battles were, I think, killing green cores. He's already up to experience level 26.
Hoppy, oh man, that was lucky. He's got a bunch of samurais in front of him, yeah. These guys basically, they kind of drunkenly run at you. So once they're up against the doorway you're in, they're not really going to leave it.
So, yeah, unfortunately, Hoppy didn't know his elements on this one. This is another good thing to help you out during your runs. Pretty much every enemy has an elemental weakness and an elemental protection.
Yeah, knowing what enemies are weak to is pretty important. Some of them are pretty straightforward, like obviously undead are going to be weak to like holy damage and stuff. Plants are weak to fire, and stuff like that. But there are a couple that you kind of either have to look up at first, or just get used to it from runs. He has a bunch more samurais to fight. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's interesting. He got the Samu Jewel drop, and we'll see if he kind of learned from the last fight and is now going to attack these guys a little bit differently.
He's getting those back attacks, though.
That is wild. I can't even think of the last time I got that.
Yeah, that's really nice that he's doing that.
Now, that's a much better strategy. He just battle-lusted Guy, and I think he's going to be using a bomb attack with Guy. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was real nice.
That's how you do it. Good job by Hoppy of learning from his first mistake.
Darcy's sort of catching up. He's on a decent pace. He's back in the dungeon floors. Going to be looking for blue cores in about 10 floors. Hopefully he doesn't have to fight blue mimics.
And Ellie's playing a little peekaboo with a assassin.
Oh, didn't get the 50-50, but he did the movement perfectly to set himself up for it, so that was nice.
RC just took a beating with Incendiary there, but it looks like he's going to be in an okay position to recover.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. He's good. That was scary, though.
Yeah, because I know he has Champion. He has Champion and Artie.
Iris Staff for RC. There's some more points.
5-point bonus. That getting killed that early could end up being the best thing that could have happened to him. We'll have to see.
More chances to find Iris items, yep.
And just a chance to start fresh.
So Krieg's at a point right now where he's 41 to 43 is where the green cores spawn, and green cores are super important because it's the last chance to get like really, really, really good levels before you go into ninja floors. And you want good levels before ninja floors because they potentially can do a lot of damage. So he's going to definitely be looking for green cores everywhere he can on the next 2 floors. Volt, as you can see right now, is fighting ninjas. They all attack twice, and they have a move called Knife Thrower that they use sometimes, which hits everybody for way too much damage. But so
far in this tournament, they don't seem to be doing it very much.
Yeah, except to some of us.
Gee, I'd forgotten.
Yeah, feels bad. Ice Valk for RC. Yeah, he's getting a nice little catch up going right now.
Yeah, and that's something interesting that once you start running the cave, you start to get a feel for how your run is going. Feels good, man.
Yeah. Looks like he's gonna be... Yeah, he's dealing with the ninjas fine. Didn't get a knife thrower. Really, really fortunate. They move so fast on the map too, the ninjas do, that it's really unfortunate when you see them and you have to go through a room, because that means almost every time you have to fight them, unless you have a super fortunate bush or something that you can block them behind. But even then, they move every time you move, they move twice, so they're gonna catch you if you have to go through a room.
Ooh, another green core for Krug. And Volt is to the Brinz Lizards. Rocket, pay attention.
Yeah, these Brinz Lizards are great. They're not too dangerous, and they drop the Twist Jewel. You definitely want the Twist Jewel. Especially in a 2-hour run. Like, there's no reason not to farm for a Twist Jewel, really, in a 2-hour run, unless you have absolutely no way to kill them, which is kind of rare.
Alright, and another green core for Krieg. Oh. Okay, Hoppy did not learn from the last time. He's casting Zap again.
Yeah, Zap is not what you want to use on these guys. They resist Holy. He looks like he'll be fine, but
Yeah.
that's a lot of MP wasted to do not very much damage. You can see on Volt's screen, even though the stairs were pretty close to him, it doesn't matter. The ninjas are too fast, so you have to fight him most times.
All right, RC doing some dangerous stepping there, but he's got the surprise. Wow, the surprise attack on some Ammonites. He just backs off. Can't blame him for that.
Yeah, if you don't kill those the first turn, even leaving one alive can be pretty devastating. You probably won't die, but it'll kill a lot of your people. Ice Falk for Krieg. I think almost everyone has Ice Falk now, which is going to be super great when we get to Hedora's. Hoppy going for green cores, while Eli is evolving the goodest boy.
Ooh, and now Hoppy's got a green core.
Krieg just hit 44, and this is the start of ninja floors, so he's going to be hoping he doesn't have to fight any. That's why you can see how slow he's taking his steps. Because as soon as you see one, you have to think about where you're going to stand, because they will get to you. Super Sword for Hoppy. Does he have one of the girls?
No, he was one of the ones with the optimal team.
So that's useless. Super Sword is one of the best 3x weapons for Salon and Tia, so it's unfortunate that he can't use it, but he's got the optimal party, so he's going to probably find something better for Guy anyway, hopefully.
So chat, who is your goodest boy or girl? Who's your favorite capsule monster? I gotta say mine is Darby. I love my Dragon Killer.
Darby's real cool, but Fumi's not the strongest, but Fumi's the coolest. Ooh, Gusto. Gusto.
Oh, we got a lot of fans out there. Trogdor says Blaze is the best Bernie boy.
He is the best Bernie boy, though.
He is the best Bernie boy. We love Inferno. I think just about everybody got a vote here. There's Zeppy, Gusto, Darby, Flash, Sully, Fumi. That is. Oh, we got more for Fumi. People love them bubbles.
Yeah, Fumi's the goodest boy. We all
He's
know
the best bubble boy.
A tail smash too. Like, it's a really, really low chance to use it, but if you got one of those on the jelly, that's like over 1,000 damage in one turn.
We might have Krieg, Hoppy, and Ellie in ninja territory, and Hoppy might be in a forced battle now with some ninjas.
Eli's still looking for the cores to hopefully make ninjas easier.
Oh, so his ninjas are just around the corner then.
Just around the corner. The exact floor that green cores stop is the exact floor that ninjas start. So it is your last chance to get levels, basically. And there he is, 44. Hoppy fighting ninjas. Only 2 though, so that's nice. And it looks like, no, he didn't get the surprise attack, but Artie's faster. There's a knife thrower, that's bad. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. 2 isn't too bad to fight.
Well, I didn't notice this when it happened, but we've actually passed the hour mark, so we got 53 minutes left. Everybody seems to be on a good pace right now. Even RC, who had that early death,
no, that's
making good time.
We're 53 minutes in.
Oh, my bad. I didn't take my meds.
It's all good. We all make mistakes. And Krieg is on the last ninja floor. I thought he might be through, but he's on the last one. Hoping for quick stairs. Hoppy having to fight 3 more ninjas. That's not fun.
Yeah, it's not the countdown clock. T minus. Yeah, once again, I can already tell that the runs that we're seeing are really different than last runs. I remember lots of deadly rods and curse lifters from the last run.
Lots of Decker blades too. There was at least a couple. I don't know if we found more than one so far.
Krieg's got an interesting party room here. Nobody's really dangerous in this room. Is he going to spend the time trying to farm twist jewels? And I think
they're deep in that room. That would probably take a while. Wouldn't be the worst idea, but
nice sword slash there by Hoppy to earn himself the 50-50 chance and get the surprise attack on these guys.
So Volt's on the teleporter floors right now, and these floors can suck. There are multiple different enemies that teleport, and they have different teleport patterns too. So if you find a treasure room or something on these floors and you run into them, it's gonna be a bad time.
Once again, RC's looking good. He just got another blue core, and he does have champion to heal here.
So I think Hoppy's past ninjas. Is Eli? Everyone will be except for RC, I think, if Eli is.
Well, if Eli is, he must have got stairs.
No, he's running in doorways. That's a tell.
Yep.
That, he's on ninja floors still. Yeah, one of the best ways to check for ninjas is what you just stand in the doorway where no monsters can get you, and you kind of run sideways. And if there are ninjas in the room, they'll run at you in the doorway and kind of stand outside. So.
Yeah, Mitchie, I do think we have seen 2 Decker blades so far. I know Krieg's got a Decker blade, and from what I heard, Volt also has a Decker blade. And like somebody else pointed out, Ellie's got a Gades blade, but at this point, the only character, of course, who could wield it is Decker, because of his team. Okay, so it sounds like Ellie also has a Decker blade, judging by what the chat is saying. I'm going to mark that down. So we might have 3 of the 5 with Decker blade right now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So Eli at the moment, and depending on what he finds, he could go for the Decker blade list kill or the no fatal blow kill, because he does have Gades. But if he doesn't feel he has it, he has the Decker blade. So he's got options, and that's really nice. Volt's farming for an evil jewel right here, one of the hardest items to get, but one of the potentially best items. Eli luring some ninjas to the door.
Welcome to chat, Doctor. I'm glad you like the Ancient Cave. Feel free to follow Lufia 2 on Twitch if you don't already. We've got people streaming the cave every single day.
Yeah, and probably... we got the Discord too. If someone wants to link the Discord again, I'm just gonna plug the Discord. You don't have to be an Ancient Cave speedrunner to be in our Discord. We have basically the largest Lufia community on Discord anyway. So even if you're not too into the Ancient Cave, definitely still check it out. There's people that just love the game in general there, and a lot of people that talk about it all the time. So there's the link right there in chat.
All right, so Volt was taking on a couple fiends here, and it's not going his way so far.
Yeah, by the way, Shadow, the E and the I are backwards in Kriegspire's link. Right there. Did that on purpose. Okay, got it. I don't blame you. Spark Staff for Hoppy. He's got so many blues. He has a fry sword too, I think, right? Yeah, wow, yeah. That's nice.
Volt really wants these fiends, either that or they're blocking his way. And I think he just got a perish to hit.
Yeah, one of the things you don't want to do is mirror something. Like mirror's nice because you can reflect spells, but if someone casts Destroy or Perish, and they normally attack twice, and they reflect kill themselves on the first hit, it can actually soft lock the game. So that's pretty dangerous to use mirror on those guys. It's a great strat, but unfortunately you don't get rewarded for it sometimes. You just get soft locked and have to start over.
And so what they're joking about in chat is that Volt just did this within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I actually didn't know you could do that until I saw that clip, but it is very unfortunate. that it's a thing because it's a great strat.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate you can't really afford to do it. Yeah, same with poison damage. Poison also, if you kill an enemy with poison, it soft locks the game, which is
At least with the poison, when you get an opportunity to escape, it's only if you select to attack that you get into the never-ending loop.
Oh, okay. Either way, how can you even poison someone besides like Darby too? Is that the only way? I don't know of any other ways to poison.
Yeah, that's when it happens, is when you got a disco wolf rocking.
Yeah. It's rare, but it can happen. Krieg 52, so probably not early on, but oh, Curse Lifter for Hoppy, by the way. Curse Lifter is great.
And a twist for Ellie.
Yeah, these runs are shaping up to be pretty good. Everyone except RC's past ninjas now, so you're kind of set for the next 30 floors about. There are not too many dangerous things coming up.
Same here, Doctor. The Ancient Cave was my introduction into roguelikes, and from there I kind of checked out the history of roguelikes and how it all began. And I've been running some of the other roguelikes as well.
Yeah, now we've reached the 1 hour mark.
Thank you, Eve.
Super Sword for Eli. He can actually use that, right? He didn't bring Lexus. Pretty sure he brought Tia. Yeah, he did. So Super Sword for Tia is definitely a nice option for the jelly. Even before the jelly, because it's holy damage, so that's definitely nice. You see Krieg farming for Evil Jewel. Ooh.
Ooh.
No, he's not farming for him, never mind. He's not to engage him. Yeah, those fiends are nasty. The Evil Jewel gives you 120 ATP, which is like 100 more than almost any item that you could put in that slot. So they're nice. They don't really drop. It's like 2% drop rate, but I mean, I guess some people believe that it's worth going for them in a 2-hour marathon. I still think it's worth skipping. But if you do get it, it's huge. It's a lot of damage. Got some evolving going on right now.
Yep.
About to see Flash Form 2. And Volt's getting Zeppy Form 3. Form 3 Zeppy is probably the best form. It's one of the best capsule monsters in the game for the jelly, because it has a chance to boost your entire party's attack by 40%, and that's really nice. Unfortunately, he's gonna go for M form though, so we won't see that attack buff on the jelly.
Well, it sounds like we might actually, because it sounds like he did not get the flame fruit. We've had great luck so far this tournament with our runners getting master forms, but we know of at least 2 so far who aren't going to be able to achieve that.
Oh, no flame fruit, huh? Yeah, interesting.
And didn't we actually have 2 Fumi runners? I'm guessing that neither found the secret fruit.
In this race, I think there's only one.
Only one? Okay.
Yeah, I ran him with Eli. We made a little gentleman's bet to run Fumi. I didn't get the secret fruit, and then I didn't even finish the run, so I got bodied pretty hard. But he got M form Fumi, and M form Fumi is amazing. So unfortunately, we won't see it here because I don't think he got the secret fruit. But still, Fumi's the goodest boy. He's gonna get 10 points for bringing him regardless. Hoppy here farming Hedoras. This is what Ice Valk was so important for, that most of the runners got. Doesn't seem like he's using it. Maybe he didn't. Oh no, he does have it, yeah.
That's right,
Fedoras are
Marlux. This is
good.
the final round of the Fatal Blowout tournament.
Yeah, winner of this gets their name enshrined in history forever, and $200. So
Ooh,
it's
$200.
gonna be interesting. Yeah, as you can see, Hoppy, like everyone's gonna be pretty much trying to farm Hedoras because they drop the Hedora Rock, which gives you not only agility, but it also gives you a great move to use on the jelly, triple attack. So Ice Valk is what they're weak to. Pretty much everybody has Ice Valk, so we're gonna see a lot of Hedora fights, I imagine. But they are dangerous. So if they didn't have Ice Valk, it would be very scary to fight them. Deadlies and Ice Valk are pretty much not required, but the most wanted spells for them.
Ooh, Volt having fun with some Surficos.
Yes, fun. That's what we call that. Serpicos are nasty. They attack a lot of times. Doesn't matter though, because Decker is a beast. Ooh, Hoppy going by Sly Foxes too. That's also nasty. Those guys have the chance to cast Thunder for a lot of damage on you. And they're fast. Ooh, is that a no-core treasure room for Krieg? Has to be, right? Yeah. So no cores are the final cores that you're going to run to in the cave. They give so much experience that you are going to definitely want to kill them. So hopefully he gets them right here. Dark Mirror on Eli too. That's huge. That's a very, very good shield.
Yep, and it looks like Krieg's made his way around the treasure room there to get out those no cores. Could get a big boost here.
Yeah, so no cores spawn on 58 to 60, I believe. Yeah, 58 to 60, and Krieg's got about 10, 15 floors before things start getting scary from here on out. So he definitely wants to get these while he can. Looks like he's not getting too lucky, but he still has another shot. Ooh, 4 no cores. Let's go. And they all run.
Gut punch.
Feels bad, yeah. He's gonna definitely, I assume he's gonna search all these floors for as many cores as he can while he can, because
yeah, and
like
it's interesting here, Volt evolved his Zeppy to 4th form. And I guess he will go with that.
He could probably, he could probably just downgrade it to 3 for the jelly, because you don't really need Energy Wave before the jelly. He's probably just doing it for the damage and maybe even tankiness and stuff. Ooh, yeah. Hedora's against Eli.
And one of the great things about Zeppy is his great magic resistance. So you're right, the better form he is, the more magic resistance he'll have, and the longer he'll stick around in battles to kind of defray the damage.
Yeah, I assume that's what he's doing. That because yeah, like Energy Wave's great, hail attack's all right, but you don't need those things when you could just have Form 4 doing stuff.
And as you can see, those Hydra type sprites around these levels that our runners are at right now, they've got Sea Hedoras and High Hedoras, and they drop the Hedora Rock, which is not only an agility boost helping our runners get to the jelly, but also a critical part of a jelly victory.
Yeah, it's basically one of the best, especially if you have blue items. It's one of the best finishers for the jelly, because what you want on the jelly is you want percent HP damage, which we call fractionals. So like Decker Blade does half of the jelly's current HP in damage in one attack. But once you get him low, you know, fractional damage isn't really all that good, because half of 100 is only 50, right? Like half of 1,000 is only 500. You want flat damage at the end to be able to kill the jelly.
Yeah.
And Hedora Rock
Volt is feeling so good right now, he went ahead and just took a bathroom break.
Yep. Looking like it.
Either that or the snipers you hired so you could remain champion have started their job.
Well, I can't remain champion, but... Oh, did his stream freeze? Oh, his stream must have frozen.
Okay. Like... He's still moving right along.
Creek fighting some red dragons. I don't think he got any no cores, so dragons are basically the next best thing for experience, because they're pretty easy. You don't really have a chance of dying to most dragons. The ones that cast Ryo Beam and the black dragons can be scary, but usually you're fine. But that's basically the last stop for experience before we get to Archfiends and stuff. Maybe some Cyclopses, but...
So once we crown our champion, there's usually a lot of activity in Discord if you'd like to join us. Some pillow talk, little afterglow, after party action. Feel free to join us.
Another 4 no cores, and all 4 of them ran again for Krieg. That feels bad. Eli fighting Serphicos too. Ooh, that hallway doesn't look good for him. Oh man, Dragon Spear for Hoppy. I think he has a deadly on Artie, so he can't use it, but if he doesn't, I'm pretty sure he does, but if he doesn't, Dragon Spear is amazing. It gives 50 agility, and that is a lot of agility. Hoppy's on 451 or 61 too. That's where Myth starts spawning, or 60, but yeah.
But yeah, that would go all right with a Twist Jewel, right?
It's all right. You can actually get faster than the jelly. It's possible. You're gonna need probably Dragon Spear and Twist Jewel to do it, and some Spidos, but...
So if some of you are wondering about how escapes are awarded, I don't think we have it down exactly. But we've noticed that unless your entire team is faster than enemies, the second best strat is to make your most agile character even more agile. So when you've got the Dragon Spear and the Twist Jewel on Artie, that's a plus 90 to your agility, and his is already really high.
Plus 80.
My bad.
It's okay. We're past the 1 hour mark.
I don't know. It says we got an hour and 12 minutes left.
Oh man, you're right. But yeah. So we don't really understand. We have a bunch of theories, and we're pretty close. It doesn't matter too much, but in terms of escaping, it seems to be the way it works is it rolls for an escape agility between your lowest and your highest. And if the agility that it rolls is higher than the agility of the enemies, then you get the runaway. That's at least what a lot of us think it is.
Craig takes a beating there.
Oh yikes! Yeah.
And a belated welcome to Artemis in chat. He's been around almost all day today, but he's been around in the community and an Ancient Cave enthusiast for years. You can find out more information about some of his patches and like Corregi Lufia on the Discord channel, and if you want to know more information, you can ask there. But as Artemis pointed out, he's saying the escape formula is found out, explained somewhere on, and I don't know what our HDN is.
Oh, it is found out? Okay, I'm just dumb then. I'd like to know the escape formula. Ooh, Hoppy. Okay, he got lucky. He made a movement mistake and opened himself up to a 50-50 by the red dragon, but it was only one, and he didn't get surprise attacked, so that's nice. ROMhacking.net. Got it.
Yep, and Ellie got 2 no core, so he got a huge boost to his experience levels there.
There goes RC trying to get the twist jewel. No, or is he running? No, he's trying to get the not twist jewels, the evil jewel. Ooh, Krieg. Okay, he's gonna be fine. These salamanders are not fun. You basically never want to fight them in a speed run,
So Hoppy
even in
got
a 2-hour marathon.
Hoppy got a curse lifter there. So it kind of depends on what his fractionals are at the jelly. He could uncurse the deadly that's on Artie, equip the dragon
I think
spear.
that's his second curse lifter.
Is it?
I think so.
And so that's a potential strat, is to use the dragon spear as an attack or as a finisher, as opposed to using like an uncursed deadly rod.
See if Eli gets the Hedora rock that he's going for right now. That would be really nice. Doesn't get it, but still some experience at least. Consolation prize. Bolt got a deadly rod, by the way, too, so that's nice. The RC's catching up pretty nicely, so he's looking like he can totally make it. Barring bad RNG, he can definitely still make it to the jelly, even after losing about 30 minutes to that first death.
Yeah, and for those of you who just recently joined us, this is not a race, but each racer, if you can call it that, does have 2 hours to complete the cave. So even if somebody's behind, that doesn't mean they're behind. Get my drift? So there's you can see the score sheet up there in the upper left, and there is a scoring system.
Yeah, you could kill the jelly first, but if someone kills it after you and gets more
Hoppy!
points... Oh no!
Oh no!
Hoppy, no. That's unfortunate.
Hey Eve, that is the 4th form of Zeppi. It is a water giant or a water titan or something like that.
I always considered him like a water genie or something, maybe. Not like the genies you find later, but kind of like a I don't know what he is. He's juggling something.
Yeah, Bag. So what happened there? Those plants are real pain in the neck. What they do is they cast status effects on your entire party. And that's what ended up, the last move of the fight was a confused guy committing suicide. And there we see Ellie getting a chance at another no core.
And he's gonna be happy with his levels after he moves on from the no core floors for sure. 34, 33 on everyone. Yeah, that's a good place to be.
And I honestly didn't see the whole fight with Hoppy, but I'm also guessing what they did to bring his HP down was an attack all.
Ooh,
unless
Volt's
Hoppy
fighting.
Unless Hoppy didn't have the
Volt.
Oh, we might have an issue.
Yo, that's
He escapes with
Monka S 4 HP.
4 HP. Woo!
Yeah, so those
Volt
white
is
dragons,
living right.
Those white dragons are not fun to fight. If you don't get the back attack and you can't kill at least like 1 or 2, they're fast and they do very, very large amounts of damage to your whole party most of the time. So
now in each round so far, it's kind of appeared that perhaps Volt is the chosen one, and that doesn't change my opinion of that.
yeah, that was super fortunate that Decker lived right there. That is yet again another reason why Decker's the best character in the cave. It's just so much HP. I think he had him in the front row or something too, so he was even taking the increased damage and still lived while everyone else died. in the game. What did I say? I said right. But yeah,
I don't know. I'm not listening to you.
Hoppy's gonna have a rough time. He basically needs to world record now
Yep.
if he wants to have any chance at this point, or find every iris item besides the jelly one, and maybe some. He's got to go for all the bonus objectives at this point. That was a very unfortunate death to come that late.
Now, last week there was a lot of chatter in chat about the fact that runners were bringing in Tia as one of the party members. Now, since then it's been explained, of course, that that's worth some bonus points, but what do you guys think in chat about bringing in Tia as a strat for the Ancient Cave?
I used to like Tia. I actually did really well in last year's Fatal Blowout with Tia, but then I did the no guy challenge, and I did a lot of attempts, and I tried Tia, I tried Seelan, I tried Selin, I tried Salon, I tried Lexus, and that's we are renaming that challenge forever to the Guy Appreciation Challenge. As much as I like Tia, Guy's extra tankiness is huge. It makes the difference most of the time. So in first place right now, we got Real Critical with 85 points. Wait.
Right, babe, but that you can pay attention to that a little bit, but it's a little bit misleading because there's an entire scoring system where the biggest bonus points come at the end of the run, and it's going to depend on who gets those jelly kills and jelly kill bonuses. And you can see here in Krieg's battle, got a couple status effects before finishing the fight.
Does RC have tons of iris items and gold eyes or something? That's a lot of points for being quite a few floors behind still.
Yeah, Artemis, it was the moray vines that got him, or the Venus flies. I can't remember which is which.
We got Eli fighting eyes right there. Luckily he got out. They are not only time wasters, but they can potentially be pretty dangerous if you don't run and live.
Yeah, Defarger, it was Ellie who has the Gades blade, but his only person who can wield it is Decker. And we do know that he's got a Decker blade. So he's got some options if he wants to go for big bonus.
Yeah, Eli's looking really good in terms of the jelly kill. He might not have it yet, but he has plenty of time to find stuff still. So, yeah, like once you find Decker Blade, it's a huge relief because the rest of the stuff you can kind of mix and match a bunch of different things. Krieg's doing the squealer trick right there up in the top. And he got it.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to just explain right here on air, but if you want to know more about strategies and getting out of jams, some really interesting strategies about getting enemy movements down for the really tough ones, like Warm Eyes, Iron Gorems, Assassins and Ninjas. There's all kinds of resources available in our Ancient Cave Discord.
Old armor for RC. It's a nice little ATP boost. So we're not quite there yet, but Krieg is pretty soon going to be coming up on Archfiend floors, and those are some of the scariest, if not the scariest, parts of the entire run. So hopefully he has the levels and the agility on Artie to deal with those if he has to fight them.
Right, and this is where we find out if he might regret not going into that one treasure cluster to farm those Brin's lizards. Like you said, I am not sure that he's got agility uppers that help Artie get faster than Archfiends.
So he's getting boxed into a corner right there. Yeah, his stairs are going to be kind of a pain to get to, but he should be okay. It's just going to take some time. Eli having to fight those moray vines and Venus flies. Those are the things that killed Hoppy. So Definitely got to be careful. And Krieg back attacking white dragons. These are the things that almost killed Volt a couple minutes ago. So he's gonna hopefully be able to kill these.
And it looks like at the very least he's going to be able to trigger their healing mechanism.
Oh yeah, he's
pretty easy to do. Oh, he's going all out there. He's using Thunder Shriek.
Yeah, he's got him. That was nice. Volt farming Gorgons right now for Gorgon Rock and some experience. Gorgon Rock's a good fallback if you can't uncurse a Deadly Rod or you don't have other fractionals or Decker Blade and stuff. It's just like a free fractional use item.
Ooh.
Not free, but...
So Volt is in an interesting jam. He's got on one side these 3 Wind Genies and on the other side an Archfiend Sprite, but his 2 deadlies hit right away.
Yeah, Wind Genies are scary. If you don't get the back attack on them, they almost always go faster than your entire party, and most of the time they don't use their moves that do damage, but when they do, they are devastating. So if you get like 2 or 3 of them, or all 3 of them to use Voltage Bolt, which is their party-wide lightning attack, you are pretty much done. Even Decker can die to 3 of those, so... They are not fun to fight if you have to fight them.
All right, Krieg's moving right along. He's on floor 68.
It's got kind of a lame hallway. Hopefully the dragon cooperates right there.
So I think Volt is about 6 floors ahead of him because he is at the Archfiends already.
Yeah, these are the scary floors we were talking about. They are not fun. The Archfiends are fast. They attack twice. They cast spells that are devastating. They can instant death cast on you. And when you activate them on the map, they follow you forever. Even like when you go into another room, they're still following you. They can't get out of the room they're in, but that means once they're activated, you can't go around to another door because they'll be there when you go to that other door. So if you get them in a bad spot, you're going to have to fight them.
And anyone in chat or anyone lurking, if you have any questions about what's going on right now or how the scoring system works, anything that you have a question about, feel free to ask. We've got people in chat answering questions, helping us out. So one of the key numbers that we look at is 166. 166 is the agility of Archfiend. And with every party having Artie in their party, they are trying to get Artie to at least 166, and if not, like about 5 above, to guarantee that he goes first in every round should they get pinned down by an Archfiend. And especially if Artie's got a deadly equipped, he can go ahead and take one out, potentially, right off the bat, or heal between rounds before they get their next move. And Dank, I think we've got at least a few of our runners have a Twist Jewel, which almost guarantees that Artie's faster than they are.
Yeah, and in a setting like this where you have a lot of experience, because you've been trying to be safe and stuff, Artie's going to be high level, and then with the Twist Jewel on top of that, he will almost always be faster. The rest of your party's slower, but he will be faster. So if he has a deadly, and he can not miss, which he does sometimes, then he can take out an Archfiend and make it a lot less scary.
Welcome to chat, Square Brian. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've got lots of resources on our Discord channel. As you can see, it was just linked there. And we've got an entire community that loves helping people out, especially our newbies.
Mythblade for Volt, that's really nice. That's basically the second best fractional behind Decker Blade. So Decker Blade does 1/2 of the target's current HP in damage, and Mythblade does 1/4. Everything else below that is not as good.
So our golden child here, Volt, he's got Decker Blade for Decker, Mythblade for Maxim. So the challenge for him might be coming up with finishers with his other 2 characters, because it's a good balance you want against a jelly is between fractionals and finishers.
Yeah, hopefully, I don't know if he got a Hedora Rock. I'm assuming pretty much everybody farmed to try and get them. And I'm pretty sure he has Ice Valve. Or maybe not. So I don't know if he farmed for them. Hopefully he did. Deadly Rod for Hoppy. He doesn't really have a chance right now unless the other people die and he finds some iris items or some gold, silver, or black eyes. But that'll definitely help him get through faster to hopefully open more chests.
Also, a shout out to Rocket, who I believe provided the fun artwork for our runs. Something we look forward to every year is the new and fun artwork that we get for our runs.
Yeah, as you can see here, we got Guy as Luke Skywalker. I don't know who that is on the left. That's supposed to be the Radish. The Radish, man. But Decker in the Magic Bikini is my favorite.
I think that's everybody's favorite.
Yeah. So beautiful.
His love is his sword, though. Absolutely, Rocket. Thank you very much. We love your art. Look forward to it every year.
I agree. It is amazing. It's going to be solely as Obi-Wan, then it turned into Yoda, which then turned into Palpatine. That is amazing.
So she was evolving him.
Pretty much. Krieg's got a weird little treasure room. It might not be that dangerous, but there's a lot of dangerous enemies in it. So
yeah, it might actually kind of.
Yeah,
it might have kind of a natural. Oh, look out, fam!
Yeah, surprise attack by leeches are not fun.
Yeah, it's sometimes a death sentence. They're going to go first in this round as well. Okay, this is good. Even though people are dying, it's good.
That was best case scenario, to be honest, for normal attacks. It was unfortunate. But fortunate at the same time that he lived. Leeches do a lot of damage, they're fast, and they all attack twice, so having to fight them is not fun.
This is sketch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Maxim was already dead, now Guy is dead. At least he's...
Oh, he has no revive spell.
Oh. He must be out of revive items as well, or else he would be using them here for this very reason. The more characters, or the fewer characters that are alive, the better chance that spells like Destroy and Perish hit.
He should be fine. Yeah, the dragon went down. He's good.
Yeah, he won his 50-50 there.
Hallway.
Now he needs to hit the stairs. That was one time where it's okay to face downward on the stairs to escape a leech.
Yeah, one of the reasons normally you want to enter the stairs from the bottom is because all the sprites on each floor, as soon as you spawn in, they're all facing down. So if you're facing down because you entered the stairs from the top and you happen to spawn with an enemy on top of you, you're going to be guaranteed to be surprise attacked. So entering the stairs from the bottom, since everything's facing down and you're facing up, you have a 100% chance to avoid all surprise attacks when you enter a floor. Doesn't happen too often, but it does happen.
Kriegspire there with the absolute expert movement strats on a vertical hallway with an Archfiend. So if you want to know how to handle an Archfiend sprite in a vertical hallway, that's it right there. He's hoping that this guarantees he will only have the one engagement. And I think he's got the timing down here.
Yeah, he should. Because 3 moves up after the sideways step.
Yeah,
He should be totally fine.
And this fight is no gimme either.
There's the wind genies again we were talking about. Super
Yeah.
fast. They don't, like I said, they don't use their spells often, but when they do, it's horrible. There it is, Voltage Bolt. And as you can see, other than Decker, everyone just gets destroyed, basically.
And he's using his status effect balls because status effect balls have a 100% chance of succeeding as long as that enemy can be affected by that status effect.
That preemptive miracle on Artie, too, was super nice.
Yep.
Decker Blade for Volt. He already had one, I think. But if he didn't, he's happy. He didn't do a little dance, so I think he already had one.
So this is probably the best series of moves I've seen so far in the tournament. Him using the vertical hallway strats against the Archfiend, and there he knew with that next move that the Archfiend sprite was going to move sideways and not up because he was keeping track.
Yeah, that was definitely top tier movement. Guaranteeing some surprise attacks on the genies right there to just run right by to the stairs. He seems to be still looking for chests, so I assume he either doesn't have a kill or maybe looking for a 2-turner.
We got a rough crowd, and Trat still correcting some of the things that Krieg did in that scenario. Come on, man, that was awesome.
I mean, said the movement was perfect.
Yeah.
Not the fight. The fight was fine, though. Oh, gold eye for Krieg. That's 10 points.
That's
bonus. That's huge. Gold eye is great, too, because it gives you a lot of ATP, and it has a very good IP attack. So...
And what's amazing about that is Krieg is never lucky.
Yeah. 81 for Krieg, so he's got 7 more floors before he's past Archfiends for good. Once you pass Archfiends, you know, barring a treasure room with dragons and dark summoners, you're pretty much in the clear to make it to the jelly. Because most of the stuff there is pretty easily manipulated.
Hey, Miko, welcome to chat. And the scoring changes a little bit each year to keep it new and fresh. If somebody could post the link to the scoring system, you can find out more about what the potential max score is. But I would imagine it would involve either a 2-turn victory against the jelly or a Decker Bladeless victory against the jelly.
Yeah, the max possible score is pretty high.
Yeah.
It's probably, I mean, theoretically, you could get a lot of points, but realistically, you're not going to world record an Iris percent in 2 hours, finding 9 Iris items, killing the jelly in 2 turns without Decker Blade, with an M form reject and not guy. All that stuff's not going to be happening, but it'd be cool. Ooh, Lizard Blow for Krieg. He might actually, depending on what he has, he might actually have 2-turn material here.
Yeah, because he's got the Decker Blade. And he does have Zap.
Oh, the fact that he was already searching for a lot of stuff when he was so close to the, I guess he wasn't close to the 140. He has a lot of floors to go, so the 145 is kind of out of the question, I guess, now, but...
Okay, chat's saying that's 2 Lizard Blows for Krug.
Oh, okay.
Maze balls.
Yeah, that's good. Lizard Blow is, one of the best finishers in the game. Does huge flat damage, and it's great because Guy doesn't have many items he can use on the jelly, but Lizard Blow everyone can use, and it's great. So that's a relief for Guy especially.
I'm not sure about Krieg's situation with his capsule right now. No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, Evil Aura is pretty important for a 2-turner. It's not required, but it makes things a lot easier. RC's on 80, so he's only 7 floors behind Krieg after losing half an hour to dying. That is pretty amazing. definitely great to see that. Got Eli fighting Wind Genies. That's not. Oh, and RC. We got 5 Wind Genies on the screen.
Not optimal.
So
Nightmare material.
yeah, pretty much. Bolt fighting Copper Dragons. It looks like he's farming IP. Nope, he's just farming them in general. The floor is
What?
Bolt on. Is he past?
Why do you say that, Artemis? I thought that they purposely put it in the cave specifically to deal with metallics who don't appear in the normal game, right?
Yeah, other than Deadlies, Lizard Blow's kind of your only realistic way to kill like a gold before it kills you. There are other ways, but it's pretty hard because even at like high levels, gold dragons can be super dangerous.
That's right, Miko. If you just hang out in the community or even check out some of our runners who run like on a daily basis, you'll find out a lot about this game, and your game as well will improve really quickly. We can help you get a sub 130 in probably a month.
Yeah, there are tons of resources for this game. Basically most of which you can get through the Discord, or at least someone there can link them to you.
I've always wondered that myself, Artemis, why there's not a flying axe in the cave, and perhaps they did kind of swap. Yeah, Krieg is feeling it right now. Skipping chests.
Is he rushing for a sub 145? It would be super tight. I don't think he can get sub 145 for the extra points, but he definitely feels like he's got more than a kill at this point. So 91. Oh yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, and that's a great question by Shadow. What is his IP situation? Or was that a question about Volt? And I'm still not clear on Krieg's capsule monster situation, if Darby learned his most powerful move, Evil Aura, yet or not. Which could contribute to a potential 2-rounder. So yeah, at this point I think Krieg is going, of course, with the Decker Blade. So he's not going for the Decker Bladeless, I wouldn't think. We don't think he's got a myth. But he could be going for the 2-rounder.
Yeah. 2-rounder would be nice with his setup, especially because not having Gatey's Blade is 2-rounders are kind of difficult. They're totally doable, but they're kind of difficult. But having 2 Lizard Blows is kind of almost best case scenario for going for a 2-rounder without Gatey's. So he's probably pretty confident he can at least try for it, and at the very least get the kill.
Oh, he is really scared of even going in sideways on those stairs.
I would be too at this point.
The cave wouldn't do anything like that. Yep.
Oop,
Stairs.
One more.
So you're going to want to keep an eye on Krieg because he's pretty fast with his menuing, and you're going to want to get an idea of what he's thinking and what he's equipping.
Yeah, these last stairs are pretty much killing his sub 145. Well, there's stream delay, so maybe on his stream he might be able to make it still, but
yeah. And what we're referring to is it a 5-point bonus or a 10-point bonus?
It's 5 for every 15 minutes you complete you kill the jelly before 2 hours. So you kill him at 2 hours, you get 10 points, and then 145 sub 145s plus 5, sub 130s plus 5 more, and so on.
Yeah, it looks like this is killing his.
Yeah, it's killing the chance at that. Either way, he's still got a great setup and a lot of points. So,
and you can see also why it's a good idea when you think you got a buffer to go ahead and sprint, not open chest, because you might need that time for something crazy like this, where you've got a vertical hallway. Well, the stairs might be in here too.
Old sword for RC too is real nice. It's a great weapon.
So Krieg is on his way.
All right, so let's see what his setup is. Lizard Blow. Lizard Blow on Guy, Decker Blade on Decker, probably Lizard Blow on Maxim. And does he have a Curse Lifter is the question, or is he going Gold Eye?
Yeah. Gold Eye Zap Zap. Maybe just Zap Zap Zap.
He does
Even
not
use his speed potions.
He does not have a Curse Lifter, unfortunately. So he's gonna need a extremely high Decker Blade roll and a lot of help from. Oh, Darby's only form 3, so he's not gonna have Evil Aura at all because you have to learn Evil Aura. So he's gonna need like 3 specials from Darby and a very high Decker Blade roll if he wants to go for 2-rounder. Does he have Trick? If he has Trick, that'll help a lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
RC up in the top right is farming IP right now on coppers, or just killing them, actually, never mind. Oh, his hallway is bad. Oh, that's not good. I don't think his arty is faster than them either. So Silver Dragons are scary. They each attack twice, and they have the potential to do party-wide attacks with Diamond Dust, which is a very, very powerful attack. Looking good so far.
Looking good.
I think he's safe.
No dust. Come on, no dust. There we go.
That is a very, very bad hallway, though. If they decide to keep moving to the left, he's going to be backed into a corner, and it's
Alright,
going
guys,
to be bad.
calculator time. It's going to depend on the fatal blow roll.
Yep, get your calculators out for Krieg's Jelly. The jelly has 9,980 HP, so hopefully, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to kill it, no problem, but hopefully he goes for a 2-rounder and is able
And
to
he
get
did
it.
have Trick.
Oh, Trick, yeah. Trick with 2 Lizard Blows is huge. Double Trick, I assume. Yep, double Trick. This is gonna be nice.
I don't know. Is 2-rounder still a possibility here?
It's possible.
51?
So 6,000 damage so far.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like... No, he's not going for it.
Yeah. So a kill looks really good here, just not a 2-rounder. Yeah, and you can tell by the IP effects that he did not use. He is not going for the 2-rounder.
So he needs... Yeah, he's got this easy. He needs 1,500 damage about to kill him. And he's got a Lizard Blow IP left, which is going to be like 1,100 alone. Yeah, he had 2 attacks left and Darby left, and he did over 10,000 damage. So that was a nice kill from Krieg right there.
Yeah, super
100
nice
extra
kill.
points. 110 extra points, actually, because it's before 2 hours.
Yep. Great kill by Krieg. Never lucky. Just 2 Lizard Blows and a Gold Eye, you know. Just 2 Lizard Blows and a Gold Eye, you know. So he's got a chunky lead right now. It's going to take probably some bonus points from one of our other runners to even get in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that gold eye, extra 10 points is a pretty big difference.
Yeah. So like Ellie or Volt, not only would they need the jelly kill, they'd probably need to do it before 2 hours, and they probably would need to find something along the way to boost.
So RC's on 90. I am honestly impressed. It's not too difficult with how fast he got back to the jelly because he did have an hour and a half. But still, to be able to do that in a marathon, just die 30 minutes in and get basically back to where he is now is super nice. So definitely kudos to him for that. Hopefully he doesn't get trolled in the last 7, 8 floors.
Now, I don't know exactly what Volt's situation is. He had made a comment in chat about he needed a curse lifter. I don't know if he has one or none currently, because he's got 2 deadlies equipped. He does have a Decker Blade and a Myth Blade that I know of. So if he really were to find what he needs curse lifter wise, he could actually get the bonus points that he needs.
Yeah, one of the I don't really like equipping the Deadly Sword on Maxim unless it's absolutely necessary or I have a bunch of extra curse lifters. For this exact scenario, it's not Maxim is not very good with spells, and having a sword on him that you have to uncurse is usually more of a hindrance than it is a help, because Maxim's also slow, so putting a deadly on him isn't as helpful as having it on someone like Artie or Tia.
Somebody's bringing up that Eli does have the Gady's Blade plus a mini shield, but does he have something to do the fractional attack with the Gady's Blade? He doesn't have Guy. And Ellie is running into summoners.
No, that's really bad. Dark Summoners are some of the worst enemies to fight, and he ran into them head first.
Yeah.
We're gonna take Maxim's IP is gone. Tia's IP is probably gone. Artie's is probably also gonna be gone.
And this timer's gonna be brutal to him.
Oh, he still has it on Artie and Decker. Tia's the hardest one to get it on though, so he needs to scramble and hope for some good luck on IP farming. RC farming IP at the top right. Looks like he's pretty much ready for the jelly. And here we go, Volt on the jelly fight.
Chad is saying no curse lifters. So
Yeah.
that is bad. Super bad.
Yeah, that's really bad. That's gonna put a huge damper on his amount of damage you can put out. It looks like, ooh, and is the best thing he has for Tia Crystal Wand. Crystal Wand is already not very good, and Tia also has pretty low ATP attack power. So this is gonna be pretty rough. If we get a huge Decker Blade roll, though, it's still possible. But this is exactly the reason why I was saying I don't like putting Deadly Sword on Maxim unless it's absolutely necessary, because in this exact situation you need someone to do something. Tia doesn't have a weapon, Artie also has a deadly, and now Maxim can't use either the Myth Blade or the old sword, which would make this so much easier. So definitely get your bless RNGs in chat right now. We need the capsule to perform, and we need a high Decker Blade roll.
So what is the highest possible Decker Blade roll?
I know you can roll at least 6,000. I don't know how much higher you can go from 6,000, but 6,000 is pretty close to the top. And that's with no damage coming before the Decker Blade. Because since it does half of the target's current HP, all the damage that you do to the jelly before Decker Blade goes, which is usually last, all that damage, half of that damage comes out of the Decker Blade. So calculator's out right now, and bless RNG for Volt.
Yeah, so RC and Ellie are kind of fighting the timer right now. I'm assuming Ellie's gonna have to
So that was a
build some
decent
IP on Tia.
That was a decent first round, but I don't think that Decker Blade roll was high enough. It was a decent Decker Blade roll, but it was not spectacular. He's at 6134 right now, so he's got over 3,000 damage to go. He almost 4,000 damage with
And
no
RC
real finishers.
Yeah, and RC's still opening chests, so he might know that he needs something spectacular to catch up or surpass Krieg. He's getting jammed up here.
So right there, one thing Volt did was he just used his IP attack from Tia on the second round. He probably should have saved it for the third round for that exact reason. He got the ATP buff from Zeppy after Tia went. So now it's basically wasted. It wouldn't have added too much damage, but it would have added a decent chunk. He's at 77.99 now, which is... He doesn't have much back-end damage left. So I don't think this is going to be a kill. Nice crit from
Nice
Decker,
crit.
but
Wow.
not enough. That was a massive crit, but not quite enough. 99.15.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
if
still
that-
really good.
If that IP attack from Tia was saved for the third round, I think the damage added from Energy Wave would have made it enough.
Yeah, you're right.
Unfortunate. Well, GG anyway. That was a great run. So GG to Volt.
Yeah, and a great tournament by Volt.
Yeah, he had some bad luck with some controller issues in the first round, and then won his way through the wild card round to get to here, and still almost killed the Jelly with a not a great setup. So definitely GG to Volt for that. We have about less than 4 minutes left, and we still have Eli and RC rushing to the Jelly. Eli's still opening too, which is not a good sign. That means he might not have a kill.
Right.
Oh, there he is on the final floor. So it's your let's see what his okay, so he has Decker Blade and a silver sword. Oh, he's going Buster Cancer instead. That's probably better, so that's fine. Mini shield. Well, I don't know if he has trick, he probably doesn't want to use mini shield. Yeah, Buster Hedora is even better than Buster Cancer, so that's good.
Ooh, okay, so RC was on 98, and now we're going to be able to see his setup, or whatever he's got, which I don't know.
Yeah, this is going to be quite the ending.
Yeah, he's not going immediately to his weapons, which kind of makes me think he doesn't have a Decker Blade.
It looks... Oh, Cancer Rock.
He's looking for the most powerful weapon, I think.
Yeah.
That's right, Nightbird. So far, Krieg has been our one jelly kill so far.
So it looks like Eli's probably got a jelly kill. He's got a Gorgon and a Decker. He's got Buster Hedora. That's basically enough as it is. I think he has to go for the two-turner though in order to win at this point. So hopefully he can pull that off, or at least go for it, because that would be pretty crazy. And we got RC still setting up over there.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing him use a Curse Lifter either.
He does have a Fire Ring though, so if he has Firebird, it's not the best Elemental Ring combo to have, but it is still nice. Actually, is Firebird with Fire Ring better than Zap? It is, right?
No, Zap is better.
Zap is better than Fire Ring Firebird, yeah.
I think that's what Krieg found out. And I think we've tested it.
Yeah, Firebird is definitely the lowest damage of the tier 3 spells, so it does not surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are right. This is going to be potentially costing them their sub 2 hour bonus.
I think it definitely is. Eli is evolving right now for the maximum damage he can get out of Fumi. He's not going to be able to get M form, but form 4 does do the most damage. I'm pretty sure he's doing it just to try and get as close to the 2-turner as possible.
Yeah.
So Real Critical actually, does Real Critical have a Dark Fruit? If he has a Dark Fruit and can kill the jelly, he can win.
They're saying he doesn't have any fractionals.
Oh, no fractionals. Okay. So if he can kill the jelly without fractionals.
Ooh, he feeds a Mega Axe. Very nice.
Okay, here we go. We get to see the final form of Fumi. Not the master form, but the final blob form.
So even if Ellie gets a kill here, I don't think he ties or surpasses Krieg.
If he gets a 2-turner, he does.
Okay.
If he gets a 2-turner, he gets 20 points. Or wait. Yeah, if he gets a 2-turner, he does. Actually, if he didn't take so long and had enough time to kill him without getting 2 turns, he probably would have won anyway. Interesting. Maybe the score wasn't updated in time, or I wasn't paying attention. Probably wasn't paying attention. All right, get your calculators out for Eli. This is going to be... I'm pretty sure he's going for the 2-turner, so this is going to be pretty interesting. And get your bless RNGs out too. Want them big Decker Blade rolls.
Oh, he's got no tier 3s? Of course, you usually don't want to be using those anyway in a 2-turner.
Yeah, probably not. It's a decent axe attack.
Yeah, that's
not the greatest Decker Blade roll. That is unfortunate. Oh, and his second finisher with Artie's a Cancer Rock, which does not output that damage in one round. Yeah, that's not looking like a 2-turner to me.
All right, time to start sizing the crown for Krug.
Yeah. That Cancer Rock that Decker Blade roll actually just needed to be higher. That was the major thing. That was pretty close to a bottom roll actually. So that Decker Blade needed to be way higher. I'm pretty sure he's good for the kill. Oh no.
Yeah. So we only had one kill in our finals. That's Krug.
So far, Real Critical still feeding. He could do it with no fractionals. It's possible, okay? It's possible.
No.
It's unlikely.
It's mathematically impossible.
I've done it, just saying. 2 Gades blades, which he doesn't have, but it's possible. But yeah, that was everybody give a GG to Eli. That was really close. That fatal blow roll messed him up really bad. That was pretty close to a bottom roll, if not literally 50%, because there's variance on the fractional rolls. They can grow anywhere from 50% to like 62.5% of the target's HP. So I'm pretty sure that was bottom. Unfortunate RNG right there. The Real Critical here. Real Critical. Can he do the impossible?
And what, do 5,000 damage?
If he crits every attack,
So had there been a tie, what is the tiebreaker for the championship?
I think the time is the tiebreaker. So since Krieg killed it earlier, I think the person who kills it first during a tie, I believe, is the tiebreaker. I'm not positive on that, but I think so. Yeah, Shadow says that's correct. So that's the tiebreaker. So if he did somehow kill this, well, he doesn't have a deck play. So if he did somehow kill this, he would win. But
Hey there, Snoozy. Welcome to chat. If you don't already, make sure to follow Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals here on Twitch. It's getting run every day.
yeah, I've plugged it a bunch of times, but I'm going to plug it just one more time. Make sure if you like this game or you're interested in running this game or you just like the main story and like Lufia in general and want to just talk about it or something, make sure to join the Ancient Cave Discord because we are a very active community, both in speedrunning and in casual playthroughs of the game in the cave. So definitely give it a look if you're interested in any of that. If someone wants to link it, Reflect if you still got it handy or someone.
And there we have it. Eve's underfed unicorn, as she calls him. Her.
And there's the Discord and chat right there. Reflect just linked if anybody wants to check it out.
Yep. Thank you, Reflect.
All right, here we go. Bless RNGs, calculators out. Let's go. Is the impossible possible?
And as Dank said earlier, a big thanks again to Shadow for all his work putting this together and running things there behind the scenes. This is I look forward to this every year. This is our big event every year, and we really appreciate the time and effort and stress that this from this event. We really appreciate what he does.
Yeah, big thanks to Shadow and also the Krieg for setting up a bunch of stuff too. And again, a big shout out to RPG Limit Break for letting us use their channel for this. So yeah, this event's basically our biggest event of the year, and being able to do all this stuff on RPG Limit Break is huge too. So.
And I can't even use my joke about the fact that Krieg developed the scoring system that allowed him to win, because he's the only one that got a jelly kill.
True. Well, only one so far.
Can you imagine how Head is going to be? How big
Battle
his head's
Cry.
gonna be the rest of the year?
Yeah, he has a fractional. Come on, Battle Cry. Here's the Cancer Rock.
This could be the biggest upset in the history of upsets.
Way better than the Miracle on Ice. Okay, so according to a calculator that I'm using right now, he has a 0.0000% chance of killing the jelly, which is
that low?
That's sort of low.
So you're saying there's not a chance?
I mean, I don't know. I'm still hoping, but we'll see. Yeah, that's 4,700 after the second round. So yeah, that's gonna be RC's attempt. Unfortunately, he didn't get a Decker Blade on the second run through. The fact that he even made it back to the jelly in under 2 hours is still amazing. So definitely give a GG to RC in chat. That was an amazing run. GG to everybody, actually. That was a good race, and especially big GG to Krieg for winning that and showcasing some high skill movement, some good strats, and overall great performance. He will be our Fatal Blowout winner for 2019. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I have to give him my crown.
All right, guys. Well, thank you to Dank Meats and Squealer for the awesome commentary. Did a great job. Congratulations to Kriegspire for winning the Fatal Blowout tournament. Congratulations, my friend. You deserved it. Well done. Whoop, somebody's talking. All right. Let's see here. I've got just going to run through some quick thank yous. First off, again, thank you to Kriegspire. In addition to winning, he did so much behind the scenes, and we couldn't have done this without him. Thank you to Rocket Pants for the awesome artwork you've been seeing throughout the races. She's a big supporter of the community and always happy to help us out, so thank you to Rocket Pants. All of our scorekeepers, all of our Restreamer was just me, never mind. And thank you to Poexel and the RPG Limit Break staff and channel letting us use... let me just play some other music here. Thank you for everything like that, and I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Our little community pulling in 650 viewers is pretty big deal. So I hope everybody had fun. Hope you enjoyed it. And next year we'll do it again, hopefully. So right now we're getting ready to pass it off. We always like to host somebody. And I'm going to host a big supporter of the RPG Limit Break community, a good friend of mine, High Spirits. He's doing a little bit of a different game. It's Heroine's Quest. It's kind of an old school point and click. But everybody go say hi to High Spirits. Give him some love. And thank you, everybody. And we will see you next year. Have a great day.